What's up, Tailgaters? You're in the booth with Tailgate Nate today. Welcome to my channel. Got another Week 4 preview prediction video up for you here today. It's the first test for Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes. They get to go on the road in an always rowdy, always fun Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. A top 20 showdown in the Pac-12 Conference. Should be a very fun, entertaining game to watch. We got Coach Prime versus Dan Lanning. Should be a lot of fun, again, as I've said before. But before we dive into this preview prediction, got some business to take care of. Thank you guys so much for the support the channel has seen as of late. If you want to continue to show your support, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you know when videos get uploaded this season. But there are more ways than that to help me support my channel. You guys are doing one of them right now by watching this video, and you guys can do more by liking, commenting, sharing, and anything else you guys may be willing and or able to do to help support me and what I do here on this channel. Again, I greatly appreciate whatever you guys are indeed able to do. But enough about me. Let's talk about this game here that is in front of us. Again, the loaded Week 4 slate continues. Already the third top 25 matchup we are going to be talking about here this week. It could end up being a pretty solid one at that. Now, Colorado and Travis Hunter Travis Hunter has a lacerated liver and will be missing out on this game. But the Buffaloes still have enough weapons to be able to take it to a very talented Oregon team that has proven themselves to be really, really good so far this year. So let's go ahead and dive on into the stats that both of these teams have put up throughout the season so far. Now, with the Buffalo offense, yes, the run game has not been there all quite yet. Dylan Edwards is really starting to come to form. He has 25 carries, 136 yards, 5.4 yards per carry, and a touchdown. The team as a whole, though, only averaging just shy of 2 yards per carry. In fact, they're a little bit under that. So this is a rush game that just really hasn't been able to find it. And they haven't really had to, right? Because Shedeur Sanders in this passing attack has been elite. 1,251 yards, 10 touchdowns, and only one pick for Sanders on the season. He's throwing at a 78% completion percentage rate. And he's been really, really good. His wide receivers have been really, really good. Xavier Weaver and Jimmy Horn, a couple South Florida transfers, have absolutely exploded onto the scene. Dylan Edwards as a wide receiver piece has looked really, really good. Of course, we all know about Travis Hunter, but again, he will not be playing in this game due to, again, the lacerated liver that he suffered during the hit against the Colorado State Rams, which, by the way, please stop throwing out anything to that Colorado linebacker. Guys, it's football. Hits happen. Yes, it wasn't a clean play, but don't send any hate towards any coach, player, or anything like that. Just please don't do it. Okay, that's my little spiel on that. But when we talk about the Colorado Buffalo offense, yes, you probably do want to see that run game get a little bit better. Again, they haven't really had to quite yet. You're probably going to have to in this game, and the offensive line has got to get so much better. I mean, Shedeur Sanders alone has been sacked 15 times. When Staub has come in there for a couple plays, he's been sacked once. 16 sacks on the year, more than 5 per game. That's got to get cleaned up, and that's got to get cleaned up now. So that's what I have to say about the Colorado offense. Defensively, there's still a lot to prove here on the Colorado defense. Don't let that 10 turnover mark fool you. Yes, some of those turnovers are Colorado forcing teams. Yes, some of those turnovers truly are forced, but a lot of those turnovers have kind of been gifted to the Colorado Buffaloes here so far this season. And again, they even got gifted some turnovers in that double overtime game there against Colorado State that really helped them score in some key crucial moments there. But Colorado has been able to force some turnovers as well, but this defense as a whole has to get better because this is by far its best offensive test, or I should say this is by far Colorado's best defensive test. It's the best offense that it will have faced so far this season. And guys, this Oregon offense has just been impressive from start to up until right now. Bo Nix is playing out of his absolute mind. 893 yards, 8 touchdowns, 77% completion percentage. Hasn't really had to do a whole lot on the ground, though. He only has 11 carries for 60 yards. Granted, he's been effective when he has had to run the ball, but hasn't really had to. I mean, Bucky Irving, Jordan James, Noah Whittington, those are guys that have been very effective, and all of them are averaging at least 7.4 yards per carry for this Oregon rushing attack. I mean, this offense is just insane. You got guys like Troy Franklin, Gary Bryant, Tez Johnson that are lighting up this wide receiver room as well. It's an offense that has only allowed 1 sack. It hasn't turned the football over. It's really good on third down. I don't really have any negatives to say about this Oregon offense just quite yet. I mean, they've pretty much shown us everything we need to see through the first 3 games. This Oregon offense is legit, and it's really, really good. Now, when you move over to the defensive side of the ball for the Oregon Ducks, well, again, while there are more things that Oregon can improve defensively than offensively, it's still been a very impressive defense so far throughout the season. Again, maybe minus 1 game there against the Texas Tech Red Raiders. But even in that game, I thought there were some really good defensive moments for the Oregon Ducks. They're able to generate pressure. They have 2 sacks per game, 6 sacks on the season. They've been able to force turnovers. They're really good on third down. They have a great combination of stopping the run and stopping the pass there as well. And there are a lot of guys on this Oregon defense that just overall are playing really, really well. So this is definitely going to be a huge test for the Colorado Buffaloes, and a lot may have to go right for the Buffaloes here in this game. But if you are the Oregon Ducks, simply coming into this game here, just keep doing what you are doing. Keep the offense explosive. Keep the defense guessing on what you're going to end up running. And for the Oregon defense, just continue to really dominate up front on the defensive line and all that good stuff that Oregon is doing defensively. Again, it leads me into my what to watch for keys to the game. They're going to be more basic here in this one, but there's a lot, in my opinion, that has to go right in order for Colorado to win this game. For starters, this offensive line has to get better like that. It basically has to get better overnight. Again, this is an Oregon defensive front that loaded up on transfers, is really, really good up front. So Shedeur Sanders may have to get creative out of the pocket here and there. We'll talk about that when we get to the keys for the Oregon Ducks. But you need to protect Sanders, and you need to let these wide receivers get open. Yes, you are not going to be having Travis Hunter in this game. So the offense is going to have to do as much work as it possibly can, and the offense is going to have to hold up its end of the bargain, maybe a lot more than some people may be expecting out of this Colorado team. Now, defensively, again, it's going to be a really hard Oregon offense to stop, but you have to key in on Bo Nix, and you have to limit his production as much as possible. Again, Bo Nix has not been super effective as a runner so far this season, so you got to be able to get through that Oregon offensive line and bring Bo Nix down to the ground. Limit his range. Limit what he's able to do, and I guess by limit his range, limit the receivers that he can throw to, specifically down the field. Don't let Bo Nix take these shots down the field. If you are Colorado, I would take Bo Nix throwing a check route there for 10 yards instead of having him shoot one down the field there for 50 yards here. That's going to keep this Colorado defense, yes, on the field longer, but it's also going to give them more opportunities to do their third key, which is force turnovers and let this offense capitalize off turnovers, just like the Colorado defense has done all year long. Now, you probably aren't going to get turnovers handed to you in a gift-wrapped basket like you have in some of your other games here. You're probably going to have to force many turnovers, but this offense has been able to capitalize off the majority of them. So continue to do that. But again, it's going to be really hard to beat this Oregon Ducks team. And I honestly don't really have much to talk about with the Oregon Ducks here other than what I said on that last slide. Just keep doing what you're doing, right? Let Bo Nix and company go to work. This rushing attack has been effective no matter who they've played. This passing attack has been effective no matter who they've played. The offensive line looks really, really good. Just every single part of this offense is coming together. Oregon is looking like a really, really solid team. Just let Bo Nix and company go to work. This is the Colorado defense that's just going to have to prove itself. It's as simple as that. But defensively, flush Sanders out of the pocket. Now, if Shedeur Sanders gets outside of the pocket and makes a good throw, you give him a golf clap and you go pressure him again. Make Shedeur Sanders feel uncomfortable in the pocket. That will be a big thing to slowing down this Colorado offense. And the last thing is kind of just a what to watch for in general, right? This is going to be Colorado's biggest test yet. And guys, I'm kind of here to tell you and predict right now. Again, this leads into my prediction. I don't think it's going to be pretty. And the Vegas line shows that. I mean, Oregon's favored by 21. FPI likes them a whole lot. This is the 3:30 game here on ABC. And guys, look, I'm a believer in Coach Prime. I love what he is doing with this Colorado program, and how quickly he's been able to turn it around has been very, very impressive. But Colorado's got some real defensive issues. They've got some issues on the offensive line, and sorry, this is going to be a little gruesome here, but I think there's going to be Buffalo blood all over Autzen Stadium. I think Oregon is going to come in at home. I think they're going to cover that 21 points, and I think they are going to just absolutely run town. Or I think they're absolutely going to take Colorado in, put them in their mouth, chew them up, and spit them out. I do not think this one is going to be relatively close at all. Colorado's got some big defensive issues they have to fix, and of course, it doesn't help when you don't have a guy like Travis Hunter on that team. I think this is going to be a huge win for Dan Lanning's Oregon Ducks here in Autzen Stadium. Let me know what you guys think about this game in the comment section down below, and as always, remember to play hard but tailgate harder. See you guys in the next video. Goodbye.